Hey, what is up, guys and gals? How's it going? Mr. Kilo Happy here, for those who may also know me as Plastic Hamster or Stay Frosty. And today we are back with a different kind of video today. Instead of running through a game or anything, talking with people, today I will be showing the people who need assistance how to use OVR Drop. And, well, I could say, let me tell you what this does and tell you what this does, what this means, and then let you figure it out on your own. I could do that, however, I'm just gonna show you kind of like what I have as a setup and kind of show you how I got to that setup. And in learning how I got to that setup, you could take each lesson and kind of like put it into your own, use it on your own time, use what you learned, and kind of like formulate it into your own thing later on. So for those who are watching this now, if you need assistance with OVR Drop still, you might want to have this video up as you have OVR Drop up at the same time, so maybe you have like my window right here or something, my video. Okay, so let me show you what I have here. Yes, another reason why I'm making this video is because when I tried to use OVR Drop and when I tried to learn how to do things with it, I never really got clearer answers to anything, really. In fact, I didn't really find any videos on it. So I'm like, hey, why don't I do it? Haha. And so yes. So we currently have my setup right here. I'm not sure if the numbers are clear enough there, but we've got everything there, the way it's set up to do what it needs to do. For example, we have it invisible whenever I turn it around. We have that little disappear and reappearing style of animation as it grows bigger and it gets smaller when I don't look at it properly. So yeah, you'll learn how to do all of that in this video. I mean, of course I'll say, Joel, just put this number here, put that number there, but as I'm telling you to do that number here and there, I will tell you what you're doing does. So, okay, let's see what we have here. So first things first, like I said, you should have your window out here and basically right in front of your face. If you're looking to have your OVR Drop screen connected to your arm or on your hand, I believe the first thing you're going to need to do is do this option down here, controls, the base position for the overlay. Press that and select it to whatever controller you want it to be, but make sure it's on a controller. Okay? Now I know it says left controller and it's on my right hand for whatever reason. I don't know why that is. But if you're having that problem, if you want to swap controllers now, you can. But yeah, basically I press the swap controllers options when this happens. Another thing you want to do before you do swap controllers is go on the second option on the bottom and do flat below flipped. So it'll be like this. So it's not facing directly at you, but it'll be flat on some like plane of when on your arm. So you want to select that first or second, and then let's see. I guess we'll stay with the overall look of it right now. So next up, if you wanted to do this kind of animation where it goes out and then in and then disappears, you want to do alpha and scale at the very bottom right here. Alpha and scale being alpha like when it disappears, and then scale when it grows in size. Okay? And then after you select that option, all these boxes that you see right here, you want to switch them to the way I have them. So basically, for this option right here, which is, well, I can't exactly read that all too well here. Let me look at it through my monitor. Okay, there, that's a lot better to read. So the first box is controls the alpha transparency and the overlay. That version is not animated, so the starting alpha, basically, I believe that's how translucent it is at the beginning. So basically, you want that to be 0.1, like I have it here. The second box is also 0.1, right next to it, to the right of it, which controls the scale in the overlay, which is also not animated. So the starting scale, if you want the size to be small if you're not looking at it. And then next up we have the middle boxes from left to right. So what you want is 1 on the left side for the middle box, and that controls the end alpha, or the end transparency, which has it somewhat visible, while at the same time not being too there, you know? At least I think that's how it is. So you just want to have it to 1, and then if you go to the right of that box with the 1, you put 0.2, just like it has right here. Here, let me, there you go. Just like it has right here, 0.2. And that controls the end scale, which is the overall size of it. And in the beginning, if you have it to your hand, and if you have the scaling option, the screen will be really big. That's the thing that kind of helps your screen stay small. Then we have the bottom boxes right down here. From left to right, we have controls the alpha transparency, animation, speed if animated. It should by default be animated after you select alpha and scale, so you're fine there. So make that left bottom box 0.1, and then the right bottom box also 0.1. The bottom right box is the controls the scale animation speed, as opposed to the transparency speed. So just like a regular, like zooming in and out, rather than going invisible and coming back to visibility. So yeah. Okay. So now that you got the effects down, kind of, now what you want to do is have your placement. Now, let me put it to where it should be right now. Okay, that's how it should be. This is where I have it right now. This is my setup, basically, with everything, like, all there. So we have the these bottom lines right here. These are gonna be a little bit difficult to show you. So let me see here. What could I do? I could increase the size of the box. So let me do that. Let me see if that works. Not really. In fact, it puts a little bit of the Steam VR screen in there. So let's close that off. Oof. I kind of lost my way to go back to the way it was, so my apologies, ladies and gents. But from the looks of it, if it's already the way that it is right here on the left side, then leave it there. Leave them normal. If the scales are down here, like by default down to the bottom, then put them to where I have them all in the middle on the right side. So like that. The numbers, I could read them off, but they're a bit small, so just pause the video if you want. Same goes for the right side. You could pause the video and look at it through there. So we'll just move on here. So for the top area, we got, what is this for? This controls the x-axis, so you want to put it to 321. This controls the y-axis, yeah, you want to put that to -1 only. And then the bottom one to 75, which is the z-axis. And I believe the z-axis is how far it is from you, as opposed to up and down, left and right. So yeah, I have it like that. And, well, when I made it, it kinda does work. Like, you really gotta like focus on like looking at it properly in order to get your chat up, which is cool because if you don't want to be, if you want to do this, you know, if you want to have your arm like that, you're gonna have to look at a very specific area in order to have that thing interrupt your field of view. So that's nice, but the con of that is, yes, you really need to focus on that very pinpoint area in order to get your chat up. Of course, you could still probably read your chat like this, like it won't hinder it that much, but that's only if you have your chat, uh, like the main window itself, to a large font size. So yeah, that's how I kind of have mine, if you noticed it before. Now we have the top area right here. What you want to do is, if you see this lock right here, you want to unlock it. You want to make sure that the symbol looks like it's unlocked. And then the chain symbol right here, make sure that it's unchained or unlinked. Okay? So unlink and unlock those two before you do any of these bottom options. Then after you do that, you're capable of choosing whatever like size of window you want. So what you want is 1074, so 1074 for the left side, and then 544 for the right side. And I believe that assists with kind of like blocking out some of the like the URL. If you want to block off some of the URL in an area, then you could do that with this, I think. In fact, this is that other option right here. These ones right here, the hopscotch looking ones, these ones, if you want to cut off the right side of some of your screen, the top side of some of your screen, the left side, bottom side. So if you have a URL you want to cut off, then you gotta pick something around about like 75 if you want to cut off some of your URL. Or if you got the portion that says leave your comment here if you want to talk to your chat, and if you want to cut that off, then you can do that with the bottom option by doing the same thing. So yeah, take note that if you're increasing the size of the overlay, which is this, not the window itself, but the overlay, there is a chance that it will show a portion of your wallpaper, kind of. Or if you have something directly next to this setting screen, it will show a portion of whatever window you have next to it. So try and keep it isolated, like you've seen with my little Steam VR thing, kind of like popping in there. That's what I mean. Like there will be things to kind of like interrupt the view of what you're trying to look at. So yeah, that should be all you need. And after you click swap controllers, it should be on this side. You should be good. You should have your watch style of chat reader, which is actually super discreet. So you know, if you're hanging out in VR chat, you know all those streamers who, they're the obvious ones. Well, we'll call them the 1%. The ones who talk to their hands more than they do anybody else. It's like when they have that joke of like, oh, you know, you could go on a date with your left hand or something like that. Yeah, that's pretty much what the 1% are. The 1% that are busy staring at their chat, and it's obvious that they're staring at their chat because they have their chat at the palm of their hand, rather than somewhere like this where it looks like they're looking at the time, or they could do this very quickly and, you know, kind of maybe look around a little bit and nobody will really notice. The 1%, usually what they do, which makes it look obvious, is they do this. Like you see them kind of like curling their arm, like trying to lift like a little 10-pound weight, and then their hand is completely curled into their arm, and they're reading their chat like, I look cool. Look at me, I'm famous. Oh my god. And it's so obvious to tell a streamer like that. Because it's like, as soon as... Okay, one obvious thing in VR chat is the fact that they have a camera out. The other obvious thing is when they do the arm curl tard, like R-tard look. It's like, dude, come on, man. You can make it look at least a little bit more discreet, at least a little bit more like immersive. You know, give it the hollow watch. Why not? You know, this looks so cool. Like when you have your avatar with like if your avatar is a robot and it's got a thick arm, you know, it goes up to here and stuff. If you do that, it looks like it comes out of your arm. That's pretty cool. That's pretty tight. And maybe if you want, since you've learned from my setup, maybe if you want to flatten it a little bit more, like have it to align a little bit more with your arm. So if you want to, instead of reading it like this, you want to read it like this and it's facing to you this way, you could do that too. I believe that is... I believe that is y-axis? I'm not sure though. I gotta be honest, this axis thing confused me. And I'm just like, as soon as I found what looked like to be what I wanted, I just left it as is. So, I mean, experiment around with it after you have it set properly. But make sure to save it first. The saved option's up here, and title it whatever you want to title it. I titled mine Chat Reader. And, you know, whenever it doesn't show up, you could just load it in and it'll be there, ready for you. The one thing you're going to have to do every time, though, is you're constantly going to have to click the swap controllers option. But it's not that big of a problem. It's, you know, it's always just a simple process of just clicking the button and then it's right here now. You know, instead of it being right here, it's right here. It's not that difficult to deal with every time I do it. And it's just a routine. It feels nice, in fact, to have that routine. Makes me feel a little bit more official. But yeah. And then we're going to move on to the windows because somebody had requested or somebody had asked me how to link a window to the OVR drop. Now, okay, this is the message to that person. I already told him like what's what and how to do it, but I still told him I'd do a tutorial. Pages that you want to look at in OVR Drop do not need to be linked to OVR Drop. Like, it's not a process of having to find a file in a folder and then putting that file inside of OVR Drop or anything like that. It's just a simple process of having your window viewable in your monitor. If it's open, then you could pick it with this window selector right here. Right here, there we go. It's very small now. That's because my screen is small. But say I got my monitors right here. If I wanted to view all my monitors, I got Windows, Steam VR right here. Gotta be very careful with that. I got my headset mirror, my voice mod, voice changer thing. If I wanted to view that and change. See, that's something else I could do too. See how I have my mouse moving around, my cursor? You could literally have a voice changer on your arm and then change it on the fly, right then and there. Because if it's a case where you gotta constantly, you know, press on your mouse and stuff, it's much easier to do that. So yeah, that's possible too. Program managers, Oculus, voice mod, NVIDIA, my YouTube page for my music. That's something else you could do too. If you want to pause and play your live music or whatever, you could do it, you know, click, done. There you go. Easy as that. Let me find my chat. Here we go. So usually chats for YouTube will be called something like youtube.com, Microsoft Edge, and that's it. That's the one you want to pick. There we go. As you can see here, now I got my chat up. Now, here's another thing that you may have to do. You may have to change the relative size of the window itself on your monitor, along with the size of the font. So like say for example, what other thing do we have? Here we go. Okay, we got my YouTube music one. Let's put my YouTube music up. real quick for you guys. There we go. Just letting you know, after you select what window you want to view, you actually do have to go to your monitor if you want to pick any other one. So we got my music right here, okay? If you want to change the font size of your chat, you have to go to your live dashboard first and click these dots and go down or scroll down. Hello? Scroll down. For some reason I can't scroll down. But there's the window sizing option. What you want to do is you want to put your window size to 125 for your live dashboard. And after you have that set up on your live dashboard, you just click the pop-out chat option and select, and then the pop-out chat should be or should have 125% sized font by default. So yeah. There we go. Put it back. Yep. Also, what you may have to do is change the size a little bit, like how you gotta like drag the edge of the window and then, you know, squeeze it in that way. You might have to do that too a little bit. Just make sure it's not too big on your monitor. So you could do things like this, for example. Here, let me pull this out. Where is it? Where's my cursor? There it is. See, what you could do is, as you have your chat out, you could also have the number of your viewers on the top like this. But you just got to make sure that the number of your viewers is, well, first off, viewable to you, and is only blocking off the live chat and regular chat option picker. So yeah. Try not to cover up too much of your regular chat, so it looks neat. At least in my opinion, it looks neat. Hello, Jennifer, by the way. Hell yeah, that's well, that's just the basics of it. I taught somebody this in VR chat on the fly before, and they kind of gave me the idea that I should probably do this, or I already did it, but I should probably do this and, you know, help some people out who don't know how to use OVR Drop. Either that, or there might be some people who need help putting their OVR Drop window in a much better spot rather than having it directly on their hand like a ding-a-ling. Silly ding-a-ling streamers having their chats on their hand. Look at me, I'm so normal. Oh my gosh. Oh yes, that's another thing too I forgot to state or say. For you to have the window completely invisible from the back of your hand, you need to do this. Hold on. There we go. Press this trigger right here, at least for me, on your window. Go to Open Settings and put the transparency all the way down. So this is an example of it being all the way up. You know, that's way too much, you know? So put it all the way down so it could be like that. And when you're looking around in this direction, you may not be able to see it as much, or may not intrude as much. So there's something you want to do. There we go. May have to click it a couple times. And then select backside to none, because if you do green or anything like that, it'll have the OVR drop boarding in the back, and that could also intrude in your experience. So there's a lot of colors here, but select it to none. Put grab to enable, put scale to enable, but put haptics to disable. Because I believe haptics is the thing that makes your controller vibrate whenever you select it. So let's say if you're looking up here, but you do this, there's a chance that you'll end up like selecting onto a few things, and your controller will randomly vibrate, and then you not know why. So yeah. Hey Squid, how's it going, bud? So yeah, I hope this tutorial had helped a good amount of people out. I hope there are actually people who will bother looking on YouTube, because that's what I did. I looked on Google, it didn't help. I looked on YouTube, it didn't help. So eventually it just turned into a process of elimination thing. So yeah. Well, if this tutorial had really assisted you with the... Oh, wait, before I say anything else, like ending off the stream, there is something that you could also do with OVR Drop, and that's apparently pulling out a second screen for your other arm, or if you want it right here. However, what apparently you need to do is reopen OVR Drop again, and it should give you the ability to have a second screen, but I tried that and I couldn't seem to figure it out. So just letting you know, there is the option to have two screens at the same time. I just need to figure that out. In fact, if you end up figuring it out, then you could tell me how it works out. So yeah. I'm glad you're doing alright, Squid. But yeah, now to continue what I was saying. If this tutorial had assisted you to the point where you may feel like I have saved you in some way, or I have provided you with an extreme lifting of a burden, then please to consider a donation, as it would help out a fart knockload, whether it be for college funding, as my financial aid had already failed me once before. I could use it for food, bills, PlayStation Plus, broken items such as phones out in real life, subscription-based things that I may need to, well, renew for streams, games that you may want me to play with you or just review, DLCs, and yeah. It will most likely be for food, though, or college. But yeah. I mean, I'm hungry now. I honestly feel like I could go for a pastrami sandwich. That's $10. So, oof. But yeah, please do help out with that. You know, I helped you, and I'm not expecting you to donate, but it would be nice to receive some assistance in return. As I have provided you with some long-term assistance, you could provide me with some long-term assistance to acquire $1. But yeah, I hope you guys can go... Oh, wait, the donation link is in my channel banner. So you just gotta go to my channel banner, which is the picture on my main home screen for my YouTube channel. You just gotta click on the link and make a Twitch account too. But yeah, if you have a Twitch account already, then it may ask you to log in, and you may be able to send over a donation. Make sure you have a PayPal account too. But yeah. Well, I hope you guys and gals have a good day, good evening, good afternoon, good night, a good during the night, a good breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a late night snack. And I will catch you guys and gals later. Just letting you know, I receive emails of whenever people do donate, and for around about maybe 4 or 5 streams after, I will provide thanks at the beginning of each stream, and even in the middle, as, well, like $10 for a pastrami sandwich meal. That's something that I would definitely thank somebody for. Big time. So, yeah. Please. I'm hungry. I love pastrami. So good. Comes with like fries and like you like 1,000 Island sauce, whatever it's called. Dip my fries in. So good. In fact, the place is like right at the corner. I could just walk to it. You know, so easy. But yeah. I know, Jennifer. I know. I get hungry too. However, if you do not have any money, then that's fine too. Just go ahead and drop a comment that you enjoyed the stream and that the stream has indeed assisted you. I want to see how many people I help out with this stream, so please do comment that I helped you out. I want to see exactly how many people bothered to look, you know? How many people bothered to look for help. So yeah. And I hope you all enjoy your OVR drop, ladies and gents, and not look like a complete doof like the 1%ers. By the way, if you are a 1%er, don't be offended. Otherwise, you would have added yourself into it and expose yourself. So yeah, and also, hi, 1%er. You're famous. Why are you here? You have some other business to take care of.
Very good slate.
You could be making money on your streams. You should probably go to that, you know? You should make some green, make people laugh and stuff. Bye! Bye everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye Jennifer. Have fun with whatever you're gonna be doing. I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming again in VR today. I might go back to my PlayStation 4 because I'm hungry now. 10. What do you mean, you 10? Jennifer? Oh, just $10? I mean, I'm fine with staying on the stream until I receive the answer. Wait. I don't mean to insinuate anything, but you mean to tell me that you donated $10? Jennifer, are you doing this to me right now? Huh? Are we doing this? Okay, good. Good. Yeah, you probably need your money more than I do anyways. Good. Alright, Jennifer. Bye! Oh yeah, also, as for the scary map that I've been doing, I'm not sure when I'm gonna continue that. So, I'm definitely gonna wait for Bryant, though, so whenever he comes back online on PS4, I might message him, or he might message me in some way. So yeah. Bye! Just stay tuned for that scary map walkthrough on VR chat.